everyone, this is Matt. Well, thank you for watching my channel, Surprise Comics. Coming back with a contest entry for JLS Comics. But before I get into that, I picked up this magazine the other day, Entertainment Weekly. It gives a first look of Captain America Civil War. It looks really cool. You know, we have our three heroes up there, Captain America, Iron Man, and for the first time we see a still picture of the Black Panther. You know, this magazine caught my attention, and as I started looking closer, you can see that there's a word coming out from our friend the Black Panther. It says meow. Now, I don't know how this happened, who allowed such idiocy, but come on, let's show a little respect for the Black Panther here. Really, meow? Like he's some sort of kitty cat? You know, if they put that next to a Catwoman picture, it'd be one thing, but next to the Black Panther, you know, one of the coolest, toughest, smartest superheroes there are. Never say meow. You don't see some stupid catchphrase coming out of Captain America or Iron Man. You know, they're standing there. Now, again, why is Black Panther in the back? Who's the one that we all want to see? Who's the one we've never seen before? Black Panther. Let's see him up close. No, they stick him behind these two guys we've seen a million times, and they put a dumb word, meow, coming out of his. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know who approved that. I hope someone loses their job over this, or Marvel doesn't give any more exclusives to Entertainment Weekly after this kind of BS. But I don't know. I saw that. I had to pick it up because I don't know if you'll ever see something so dumb on a magazine, or I guarantee you'll see dumber stuff. Most magazines, really, most magazines, they thrive on having stupid stuff on their covers. But I guess this one sold me with that dumb. Actually, I probably have picked it up either way, but the meow on there just, you know, I had to get it because I know this, you know, I'm not sure what's happened on the Twitterverse and stuff, so I don't really get into that kind of stuff, but I'm sure there's a little bit of backlash for such a dumb thing on the cover. So enough about that. You know, this just came out this last week, December 11th, so if you want to pick this up, you probably can find it at any grocery store. I got this one at Barnes & Noble. Don't usually pick up magazines, but this one, you know, I thought with meow I had to get it. So moving on, JLS Comics, congratulations on your 75 subscribers. You know, obviously you have a lot more than that already. It seems like I notice all these people putting up contest videos for a certain amount of people, and as soon as they put up their contest videos, all of a sudden they get, you know, 30, 40 new subscribers. So I was planning on having one as I got closer to 100, but maybe if I just throw mine up pretty soon, I'll get to 100 a lot faster. But congratulations. The theme was 75. You should show 7 or 5 books that have significance with the number 75, or 7 or 5 or anything like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out with Superman Unchained, number 1. This is a series that came out 2 years ago, celebrating Superman's 75 years after he was created. This series had Jim Lee art and Scott Snyder story. This is a Brett Booth variant cover for the series, and every issue had like 10 to 12 different variant covers of different phases of Superman throughout the years. A lot of really cool ones came out with this. You know, I wasn't really into buying variants at the time, so I only got the main series for this. And it was a really good series. It started out really solid. First 2 or 3 issues came out, and then the problem with having Jim Lee as your main artist is Jim Lee is about as good for about a book every 3 to 6 months. And so the books started to slow down, and like it was like 3 or 4 months between books by the issues ended. This is supposed to be a new ongoing Superman comic. It ended up ending at the end of the Scott Snyder. It turned into a mini-series just because Jim Lee couldn't keep up with the demands. And Grant, the guy does do a lot at DC as far as running the business, but he needs to know he can't take on jobs like this if he can't keep up with it. You know, that's my biggest complaint. Jim Lee's artwork is amazing, but don't count on getting a book every month if he's in charge of it. This next one is All Star Comics presents Super Squad. This is the first appearance of Power Girl. And the reason I'm showing this for the number 75 video is because I bought this and the guy I bought it for graded it at 7.5, which I tend to agree with on the grade. So 7.5, 75 I thought would make the cut. And so it's it's one of my favorite comics. It's really a great comic to pick up because it's a significant character's first appearance during the Bronze Age. And it's really not that expensive of a book. I don't know why it's so inexpensive. You can get it between $40 and $60 for one in this condition. Mint condition, you're still probably under 100. And you think with a character that significant in her first appearance, or she's even on the cover of her first appearance, you'd think there'd be more value to it, but there just isn't. I can't imagine it's going to last for long, so pick it up while it's still cheap. I see a lot of characters who I deem as lower tier characters that their first appearances in the same era are worth a lot more. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. This would be one to look for, though. Next up, this is Batman. And it's a book and record set. This came out during 1975, back in the days before I was even alive. They'd have, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar. You put the record on, it has a dramatic telling of the stories. You follow along. You have a person doing each of the voices, and it does a little beep, and then you change the page, and then you go through the next page, all the different people, and it's a really fun thing to look through. Great for lazy kids who don't like to read, because the reading's done for them. This one, unfortunately, the record's not included. It's just the book. So if anyone out there has a record and not a book, maybe we can get together and make a deal on that. So I'd love to get the record to go with this. And the thing that's the coolest thing about this book is it is signed by the artist right there, To Me, Matt, by Neil Adams. And so last year my dad did a comic book show in San Diego. He's a comic dealer. He's got more of a weekend warrior type, not a really professional full-time guy. But he did the show, and his booth was right next to Neil Adams' booth. And so he kind of struck up a rapport with them over the weekend, that they sat there next to each other and talked and had a good time. And so what makes this autograph even more rare is it's a Neil Adams autograph that was done for free. If you've been to any shows, you know that Neil Adams, it's all perfectly his right to, but he charges a hefty sum for his autograph. And you think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because if he charges $40 an autograph and 5 people come by every hour, he made $200. If he only charged $2, he'd have to sign 100 autographs in that same hour to make the same amount of money. So it makes sense why he charges so much. He does less work, gets paid a lot more. So a lot of people like to hate on Neil Adams. Yeah, I've listened to some interviews with him. He's an interesting guy, tells some great stories. Probably one of the most full of himself guys you ever listen to. But hey, he does great work. He works hard. He's out there. In a couple months they're having a Neil Adams cover month, where they're doing like modern takes on a lot of Neil Adams covers over the years with different characters and stuff. And I'm going to go broke that month because every cover is just awesome. I want to pick them all up, and I don't know what I'm going to do as far as paying for them all, but we'll see when that month comes. Okay, this next set is not one book, but it's a set of 5 books to go with our 75. I picked these up out of a dollar bin, and I saw they had the whole set, so I made sure I got all 5 of them. And it's the Squirrel Girl second and third prints from the series. Now here we have Eat Nuts, Kicks, Butts. Of course, that only gives us 4, so the last one's an exclamation point with her in the Venom costume. So I haven't really ever read a whole lot of Squirrel Girl. I know her because I watch that Spider-Man cartoon sometimes. She's on that. To me, it's a funny character. A lot of people like to hate on Squirrel Girl. I think, why not have a Squirrel Girl? If people like it and people buy it, why not? It's fun, it's goofy, doesn't hurt anyone. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. I guess it kind of stinks if she keeps on showing up and you don't want to see her. Like the Joker's daughter, when she first came out last year, or 2 years ago, everyone is kind of like going nuts for her. But, you know, everyone's getting kind of tired of that character. So maybe if it, I can see how it could bug you there. So we got all 5 covers lined up. And there we go. Eats nuts, kicks butts. So that's a 5. And for my last comics I'm going to show, a few months ago, JLA came out with the 7-part connecting covers. And I was able to pick these up like 3 weeks later out of a dollar box. I think it was a mistake they put them in there that quick. We got Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Superman, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. So we reunited all 7 of them there. Cool connecting cover, comes all the way across. Have to really pan out to get them all in there at one picture. Now this, you know, for $7, this is a steal of a deal. But if you look at the original cover price on these, $5.99. So if someone wanted to buy these day one when they came out and get the whole 7 connecting covers, we're looking at a $42 bill. So, but you know, we got this. There's some cool features on this. So you look closely. You know, we got the Batman cover. We got the connecting Flash. You have Flash's leg over here. Aquaman doing his thing, and then in the background of Superman, we see that Flash is moving so fast that he shows up in a couple of these covers. Green Lantern with his chain, green chain going across a couple covers. Cyborg doing his thing, and then lastly we have Wonder Woman over here on the end. So again, that's my contest entry for JLS Comics. Congratulations on all your success with your channel. Hope you continue getting more subscribers and everything goes great for you. That's it. This is my video. Everyone have a good time.